Hey everyone, welcome back to my workbench. Working on a couple new variants of the 5200 controller, the analog version. Ugh. Hung up here. So I've had two people now ask if I could make the joystick non-centering, which I thought was interesting. So I took the springs out of this particular joystick. I mean, it centers still, but not like, it's not snappy. It's kind of wishy-gushy coming back, kind of like the original controller. And this is without, I don't have the potentiometers adding drag to this yet, so I think it's going to be even more kind of, yeah, you can see it doesn't center very well anymore. It's just that rubber boot is the only thing centering it right now. So, yeah. I'm thinking once I have the drag of the potentiometers on there, because they come out this direction here, when they're, ooh, jeez, hit the camera. It'll give a more of a original meh centering of the. I'm sure if I tore the boot on this thing, it would just stay over in one spot too. So yeah, that's what it looks like. And then I was doing a fit check, and I'm a little bit off on this. This is the overlay version of the 5200 controller. So this is the exact spacing layout. There it is. Of the original there. So overlays will fit perfectly. Even you can see there, I've got the little notches in the top and on the bottom where the little tabs go in, and you see this is slightly asymmetric. That's so you can get your fingernail up and pop up the old one. I'm almost tempted to make another version with this section cut out, but I'm not sure yet, because that's how they did it originally, so you can get your finger underneath there and pop it up. But I lose a lot of strength if I do that though, so I'm a little hesitant. But you can see the problem I ran into is when I was moving things around. I got two problems going on. This is the joystick is interfering with this the 3-button assembly, and if it's not a huge deal if I have to make a 3-button assembly, but I like to buy them as a purchase part. It's just easier that way, and I just really don't have the room inside right now to put it. So yeah, that's not gonna work. So if I move everything down, I'll take some measurements in a minute, and move it down about 5 millimeters, maybe a little more. I'll measure it. If I move that down about 5 millimeters, I got some room. This is I cut a slot in the bottom here, so I still have about 4 millimeters I can gain there. And then I can gain a few millimeters here, so I can use the push buttons I have already. Everything else fits fine, as this is the assembly. Actually, I need to check that too. See, that doesn't fit either, so I need to move some other stuff around. Oh well. Yeah, so this doesn't fit as well. Well, that's frustrating. I thought it would. Are we asymmetric here? We are asymmetric. Well, what the heck, man? Why does it not work this way? Oh, slide you over, that's why. Maybe it does work. Okay, that goes there. That goes there. Oh, I can mount that backwards. That'll still work. No, that'll work. No, this isn't right. So I know the spacing I do. Oh, I have it backwards, that's why. Oh, go this way, see if that works. Yeah, that was it. Had it on backwards. So that fits just fine. So the arcade buttons are fine. The buttons are fine. This has a little bracket anyways, which is this guy here. I was hoping to use these screws here Yeah, I can come a little closer. Talking to myself now. Yeah, so little fit checks here and there. Oh well, I wouldn't be the first panel I've had to use for just demo-y stuff. Alright, that's fine. So yeah, just a couple of... You see, the print turned out really well. This is a 3D print here. It turned out really well over the keypad. And this one actually uses domes, so a pretty positive action here. I'd say about, feel like about 400 gram dome. I used to make keypads. I used to work at a company that made keypads, so I can tell you how much. That's a snap dome, 4-leg. No, round domes, about 400 grams. Pretty good trip. Not bad at all, actually. Yeah, you can tell I worked in the keypad business a long time, and push buttons too. Yes, these come in lots of different colors too. So if anyone has a special request, I think they come in blue. I know they come in blue. They come in blue, green, yellow, of course this red, and there's a clear as well. So if anyone wants like a special color, let me know. It takes about 10-11 days to get the parts in, but I can get you a custom custom buttons, whatever. And another interesting request I had was for a pass-through, so you can plug in your traditional. You can still plug in your original controller. That would take a bit of, well, at least pass through the keypad would be pretty straightforward. I don't know if this might eliminate the need for that, but I could still create a version that has that. And I've already shipped one dual stick out. I got one more order for a dual stick, and a gentleman today contacted me, and I do have parts on hands for one more dual stick that's going to be made. So I've got 3 traditional controllers, one with the overlay I'm working on. This is going to go up to Canada once I get the spacing worked out, and then one more dual stick on hand. So I got 5 joysticks to make at this point, or controllers to make at this point. But yeah, here's your weird little limp noodly. I guess some people like that, and they want to go for the original feel. And then I did get one return. This looks like a pot slipped on there. I've been fighting one issue with some of my pots getting a little bit cockeyed, so I improved my why did I put these on backwards? These are all backwards. Improved some of my bracketing. Is before I had a slot on these little brackets here. You got a nice tight fit, don't you? There you go. Well, those are tight fit, aren't they, once they go in? That's good. Before I had a slot, and I switched it to a interference hole instead. So the way these brackets are made, I designed these brackets and printed them myself. So these little, oh no, my camera stopped. Yeah. Bench, what happened? Bench camera, where are you? There you are. So these are little brackets I designed. This is for the y-axis, and a little pot mounts in it like so. If I put it in the right direction. These, you have a washer and nut go on there, and I've designed little slots, so you actually get quite a bit of adjustment. So when I go to calibrate them, I get like 20 degrees of freedom to adjust it. So as long as you get it pretty close when I initially install it, then it's just a matter of turning it, tightening it down, and bada bing, done. And the improvement is this is now an interference, so when I go to turn it, it doesn't want to snap back, and when I go to turn the nut down to why did I do these backwards? What was I thinking? when you go to do the calibration, it doesn't slip on. When you go to tighten it down, it doesn't really want to turn much. So it keeps with the initial calibration better. And then I did the same thing. This is for the y-axis. It's the same deal where it used to be a slot, now it's a round hole, and it still has the little adjustment groove in there, so you can turn it and adjust the. Oh, there's one. There's your adjustment grooves, and you put the potentiometer in there. You can turn it and get some good amount of adjustment on there. And using this smaller hole, using a hole instead of a slot means I'm at the exact right height. I went through and measured a bunch of them and make sure it was going to hit at the exact, so everything's going to be nice and centered when it is installed, so I don't have any side loading on anything, which is not great. Wow, this is slightly embarrassing that I went through and I put these on backwards. I don't know what the heck I was thinking there. Yeah, these all go the other direction. And I did some other improvements to make my life easier, switching from screws and nuts to self-tapping, because some of my systems have self-tapping, some of the controllers are self-tapping, some of them are screws and nuts, and it was, no pun intended, driving me nuts trying to get those nuts on. It was very difficult, so I went with, I changed my hole dimension so I can do, I don't know why I'm sitting here fiddling with this, gives my hand something to do. What it does, it allows for just using self-tapping screws. And then on top of that, yeah, just interesting suggestions like cable pass-throughs, non-centering, which is, I guess if you like the feel of the original, non-centering is fine, or weak centering, I should say. And yeah, that's where we're at right now, where I'm at. So anyone orders, I think I'm up to 24, I think, of these so far, which is crazy. So I only released this like January 4th, I think, is when my first day. It's only been 2 months really since, 2 full months since these have been released. So, or I released these to the world, and I didn't realize what an amazing community the 5200 users are, because it's a forgotten but well-loved system, and just a really good system for its time. I grew up on the Atari 800XL, which is hardware-wise very similar to the 5200. Even like the emulators for 5200 games are really just the Atari 8-bit emulators. Yeah, but yeah, that's what I grew up on, so I'm very familiar with the type of games you play on the 5200. And I mean, I played like cartridge ones, disc games. I remember playing 7 Cities of Gold, that was awesome. Rescue and Fractalus, Edelin, Racing Destruction Set, Monster Destruction or Construction Set, I forget which way it went. I think Destruction. You made like your own monsters and you had to evolve them and stuff, or pay for upgrades on them. And same thing with Racing Destruction Set. You need like better wheels, and it was really fun games. So I understand the appeal of the Atari 8-bit. So yeah, that's going to be it for tonight. I gotta go through and change my drawing on here and cut some plastic and see how everything fits. And then this one I'm just gonna pull this joystick out, and it was really easy to disable it. You just took the back off, took 2 springs out, and that gets rid of your centering. So the only thing centering it right now is just the rubber. So the inside guts of these things it's pretty neat actually. That post rides in a groove. I don't think I'm gonna take that apart tonight, but there we go. But that's what it looks like. Yeah, this joystick's coming out. It's gonna be going out to a customer. Gonna fix one. I think I'm gonna replace the potentiometer brackets on this unit that I have next to me with the new ones. See if I get better repeatability on that. And like I said, all the hot glue is gone. Yeah, I really want to be able to use this 3-button module on this, even if I have to like flip it around, or I'm talking to myself, I'll flip it around and take those off. It means I need to move the hole spacing. That's alright. Alright, everyone, thank you for all the business so far. I really do appreciate it. Again, this is a hobby of mine, so please be patient if it takes a few days or weeks to get your controller, because I just build these when I can. And yeah, that's it. Everyone stay safe and have a great day.